The power of belief has captured the imagination of humanity since we have written record, and there has been a long battle between frameworks of belief and reason. Belief also has a scientific term within the world of medicine many of us will be familiar with, the placebo effect. But what is placebo? Do we know how it works, and what might it mean for our health and well-being? Let's explore the science of belief and what it means for our health and well-being. This will be the topic we explore at the next MindFit community, Thursday the 14th of August, 6 p.m. at Retro Cave Cafe, Ashley Road, Poole. This is a free community group looking to discuss topics and ideas which might help improve our mental landscape, improving our relationship with ourselves and with others. The word placebo comes from the Latin "I will please" and began its life in England in the 13th century, used to open prayers for the dead. It eventually became co-opted by the medical profession to describe something without therapeutic effect. However, research has found that placebo absolutely has an effect and can be as effective as medication in many examples. The placebo effect describes an experience of positive physical or mental health outcomes from a treatment that has no inherent therapeutic value in itself, typically a sugar pill, but they believe to be effective. There is good research supporting the effectiveness of placebo in pain management, anxiety, depression, fatigue, and nausea. We can recognize this practically within cancer treatment, where researcher Sam Watts describes that the common side effects of chemotherapy, nausea, vomiting, and fatigue, are not a direct consequence of the treatment itself, but more the belief about the side effects of the treatment, which have now become so established culturally that almost everyone who has encountered cancer within their friends or family group can probably describe them. Social sciences have also spent a lot of time researching the impact of belief on outcomes in child development, and perhaps a surprising area of research in this regard is with respect to the differences in outcomes of boys and girls in mathematics. There are repeat findings that attitudes regarding girls not being very good at maths are putting girls off from pursuing further education and even careers in this field, despite performing at least as well as boys of the same age. Equally, it is well understood within social care that messages picked up by young people can easily become beliefs, which turn into patterns of behaviour, which can be very persistent and hard to break. For example, if a child is told or overhears that they are a troublemaker who will never amount to anything, there is the potential that instead of using this as a notification to change, which is hopefully the intention of those speaking, that they will instead accept it as the truth they have to live up to. Cognitive science has long studied our perception and the uncanny fact that we often see what we expect to see, not what is actually there. A famous example of this has been dubbed the gorilla experiment, in which two teams of players pass a ball between them, whilst observers are asked to count the passes made by one team. 2/3 of observers fail to notice someone in a gorilla suit walk through the players. We see quite literally what we expect to see and discount things which conflict with that model. Our friends in neuroscience have studied the effect of placebo on the brain and have found activation in the areas of the brain associated with emotion, motivation, pain, and reward. The consequence of this is that the brain releases endorphins, which are the body's natural opioids, which can reduce pain. Dopamine is also released, which improves our mood as the body's internal reward system. Dopamine is released when we feel we achieve something worthwhile. These internal outcomes mirror the behavior of actual pharmaceutical interventions. The effectiveness of a placebo is impacted by our expectations regarding it. This really is the power of belief. We can influence this by the rituals we attach to the process. For example, if we have faith in our doctors and they perform appropriately confident interactions, the tablet itself looks powerful, then this all helps. This is also proven in the therapeutic setting with mental health. If we believe our therapist can help us, the outcome is likely to be more positive than when we don't. The same is true to our non-medical beliefs. The ritual is significant. We can't simply state something and expect it to be true. We need to embody the expectation. There is a growing body of interest in this field in the scientific community, especially in conjunction with the expression of our genes in the process of epigenetics. Currently, there is only anecdotal evidence regarding people reversing life-limiting conditions such as cancers, and caution must be exercised. But there is no doubt that there is amazing power within our minds, and harnessing more effectively and directionally will make life better for us, and by extension, those we care most about. And that has to be something worth paying attention to. This will be the topic we explore at the next MindFit community, Thursday the 14th of August, 6 p.m. at Retro Cave Cafe, Ashley Road, Poole. I hope to see you there.